Hello everyone, Shinto Bean here playing some more Warhammer combat cards. This weekend we have a very fun campaign playing as Tau against the Orcs. We've got a bunch of modifiers, 400 deck points. This is an apocalypse which actually starts out pretty easy, but becomes much more challenging as you progress. And then with Cut Off the Head, whenever you destroy the enemy bodyguard with the highest cost on the field, you'll get 80% of the points cost added to your attack stats. And the same, of course, applies to the enemy. So you have to try to keep your high-cost cards alive while destroying the enemies. Makes for very fun gameplay. And yeah, we've got some nice rewards, really great rewards, actually, from this campaign. The mission reward, I'm very happy with. The Hammerhead gunship. It's a common, but 55-point tank with precision shot, and it gains a lot of firepower very quickly, so cool card there. Over in the shop, we've got the Supremacy Armor. This is a massive battlesuit with Big Game Hunter and shields. It's actually quite good for Cut Off the Head, because with the shields it can block a lot of damage, and it'll be your highest cost card, which means it pretty much will never die. Well, at least that's the idea. The problem is this campaign does not have the cards at max level, so even if you were to get that giant battlesuit, it's probably not going to do a whole lot unless it is at a decent level. You'll probably be better off just using the cards that you've had in your collection for a long time. Now, the other Lord of War, of course, would work very well here as well. The Storm Surge battlesuit with Fear, that one would also be very hard to kill. However, I am just going to go with mostly a bunch of battlesuits. That is the keyword for this campaign. We do have the Riptide at level 10 and the Ravarna battlesuit at level 8. Both of these are powerhouses. The Riptide is the highest cost one, so when it's deployed it will be the priority threat, so just have to make sure to keep it alive. It does have one shield at this level, so it's fairly tanky. And just a bunch of other battlesuits. This guy got a pretty big buff this season, so he does quite a bit of damage. And the only non-battlesuit in here is Long Strike, which I have at level 5. So yeah, I've had a few close shaves here. I'm at level 18, so just a couple matches away from completing this campaign. But yeah, we'll see if they bring out some of the really big guns. They are starting to drop Lords of War. I've seen max level traits, and the Orcs have some insanely powerful bodyguards with both a lot of ranged and melee. So we are up against Mozrog Scragbad. They do have the initiative. So I think we may just start off with some of the smaller battlesuits. I have been deploying like the Riptide first, but then I found that it just gets killed, and then the enemy just gets a huge amount of attack stats. Now here's a Bonebreaker that's actually quite strong. It's got Scout, so it'll increase the first melee attack. So yeah, they're already going to be dealing a lot of damage. I think we will drop the Cold Star battlesuit here. And yeah, the Kill Rig, that's a pretty strong one. So I mean, they could go Psychic here. Let's go with, I think we're going to try this out. Now, this is a little risky, actually. I wasn't paying attention to the costs. That is something you really have to take into account when deploying your cards, which is the highest cost card that will be on the field. So yeah, in this case it's actually the Broadside battlesuit, which is not even really the strongest card here, but so all we have to do, and they did go with the melee attack, so they're getting the health boost from Mozrog's special rule. They got Berserk on the Kill Rig, so that's going to be gaining some attack stats. I'm using Shazo Rely. Very powerful special rule on this guy. So first turn we're getting a 20% boost to the ranged attack. The enemy priority threat is the Kill Rig, so once I kill this thing, I'm going to be getting 50 attack stats. And again, it is better with the battlesuits because they do have 2 attack types. So lots of damage here, but not enough to actually kill anything. The Cold Star battlesuit is about to go down, which I actually want that to happen so I can deploy something bigger and redirect the damage away from the Broadside before they take down the priority threat on our side, but they did go for the Psychic here. But we will be able to deal quite a bit of damage with this series of attacks. Now, I think it's going to be pretty close. The Broadside can almost kill the Kill Rig, I think, with the splash damage from Barrage. So close, that would have made actually a huge difference. But yeah, the Cold Star goes down, so Gonna be missing out on those that attack boost there. Okay, this is kind of scary. Boosted Blaster with the max level precision shot. So that's gonna be dealing 87 damage. So here we could deploy like Long Strike. And actually at this point, it doesn't really matter so much if the broadside dies, because Long Strike is now going to become the priority threat. And okay, now this is going to be a problem though. The Stompa at level 7. This thing has a really nasty combination of traits. So yeah, Big Game Hunter and Barrage. As long as I have any card that is 40 or more cost on the field, that's going to be getting a 60% boost to the damage if they go for the ranged attack. Here they're dropping this Biker, which has a really big outflank, which is going to be seriously inhibiting my next attack. We're going to drop the Ravarna battlesuit across from the Stompa. But yeah, we're not going to quite have enough firepower to take the thing down, I'm afraid. Not for a few turns. We're going to also drop the Riptide battlesuit as well, so just bringing out all the biggest guns. Again, the Riptide will become the priority threat, so we have to keep that thing alive. 115 damage from the precision shot there, that was pretty good. And now we are taking reduced damage from the enemy attacks. So we don't really have enough to be dealing that much damage though, because we did get debuffed by the outflank, so I'm thinking maybe we should just ready up here. That is something you have to start doing once you start facing some of these crazy enemies. So yeah, we're just going to ready, and they are going range, so that we're going to see that massive barrage from the Stompa. Yeah, increasing the damage to everything, so fortunately we did take 20% less damage here, so pretty big counterattack. 192, yeah, the Ravarna battlesuit at this level does crazy damage. Let's see, okay, Squigoth. It's a big one, but not as big as the Stompa, so yeah, we're in a good position now. We can take down the Stompa, and actually I think we're just going to clear the entire board here, so yeah, that went very well. Now, had I went with the ranged attack last turn, though, that would have been very different, because they would have just cleared my board, and then, yeah, that would have been pretty scary. Now, one of the craziest Ork bodyguards that can come out, though, is the Morkanaut, which is a new Ork Lord of War, which has Big Game Hunter and shields. And yeah, that thing popped out in the last match, and I just could not kill it. So it was killing my priority threats, getting massive stats, and I could not get any attack boost. And I nearly lost the battle, just barely scraped by with a victory. This one was much easier because I was able to take down the priority threats. Again, being patient and readying that one turn made all the difference there. But yeah, you do have to have some cards at a decent level in order to get through this campaign. Now we're going to go ahead and claim this box of rewards. See if we pull anything good. These will be Orcs and Tau units. Okay, nothing too crazy. But yeah, I am starting to get some cards at a pretty decent level, though. I actually just got Shadow Sun to level 10, as well as Farsight. Both of these are not nearly as interesting a warlord as these others, in my opinion. But yeah, Shadow Relay, still my go-to warlord, even though he's at like one of the lowest levels. But yeah, Tau are actually in a pretty good position, I think, for ranked mode as well, so I am starting to use them, even though they were at the bottom. They were like dead last in trophies. Now they are making their way up. But yeah, that's it for this one. Hope you're enjoying this campaign. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.